Thank you very much. You may be seated. Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, Senator the Honorable Pernell Charles Jr., Minister without Portfolio, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, who has just joined us, Minister of National Security, Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Member of Parliament and Minister of Tourism, Mrs. Audrey Sewell, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and Mr. Rirulin G, if I got that pronunciation right, General Manager of Overseas Branch, Henan 5th Construction Group Corporation Limited. Members of the HAJ Board and Management, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Richard Jones, and I have the honor of being your host for this afternoon's proceedings. And I just want to use this opportunity to say how pleased we are at HAJ at this development, and to wish you a warm and sunny Jamaican welcome. I won't spend a lot of time at the mic before introducing you to our first speaker, who is none other than the Chairman of the Board of Housing Agency of Jamaica, Mr. Norman Brown. Please put your hands together for Mr. Brown. He'll offer the welcome.
Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Senator the Honorable Pernell Charles Jr., Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, the Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Minister of Tourism and Member of Parliament for the constituency in which this project will take place, Mrs. Audrey Sewell, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Mr. Ray Ling Jai, did I get it right? Yes, General Manager for the Overseas Branch of Henan 5th Construction Group Corporation Limited, members of the HAJ Board, members of the management, ladies and gentlemen, again, good afternoon. I stand here proudly today as the Chairman of the Board of the Housing Agency of Jamaica, because today is a very good day for HAJ. This is a project that has been in the works for quite a while, and to be here today at the signing ceremony, we are very pleased. We expect that this project will be completed on time, on budget, and will be of a standard that will please our customers. I would say, Prime Minister, we are looking forward to several more happy days and signing ceremonies like this one. So we are very grateful to serve, and we look forward to more of these occasions. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you welcome and a warm Jamaican sunshine. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Brown. And I see Ambassador Grant Griffiths at the back, just to recognize you, Ambassador. As we move into our next speaker, I'd like to introduce and ask you to put your hands together for Honorable Pernell Charles Jr., Minister without Portfolio, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Give him a warm applause, please.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Let me first acknowledge our Prime Minister, Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Honorable Minister of National Security, Dr. Chang, our Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett. I don't know if I should try the first name, but Mr. Jai, or G. Railing Jai, General Manager of the Overseas Branch for the Henan Fifth Construction Group, our very own Chairman of the HAJ, and all of the distinguished guests here today. Let me say a very good afternoon to you, and to those of you coming to Jamaica for the first time, welcome to the beautiful island, Jamaica. Now, I must say that a joint venture agreement is a very special type of commercial undertaking. It is the type of commercial enterprise that reflects a very strategic alliance between two parties. And in all joint venture agreements, the parties are seeking to make the most of the potential of the partnership. And I'm very happy today that the housing agency, as it seeks to effect its mandate of providing quality service and delivery of that service to our Jamaicans, has found a partner that is able to provide the expertise in design and building and financing that we have in the Henan Fifth Group. And so I look forward to what are going to be very clear, positive repercussions of this partnership, where we know we will share risks, but there will be increased capacity and efficiencies, and it will all renown to the benefit of the Jamaican people. I want to just state very quickly that this is part and parcel of the government's thrust towards using all of the agencies and all of the elements to provide housing, as it is a major part of the drive towards economic growth. Our Prime Minister has been a visionary in leading the charge, solutions to be a priority, so that Jamaican can have the opportunity. Every young professional, everyone who push to that place can know now that they're going to have an opportunity to access affordable, quality housing. And coupled with that are the raft of measures that have been put in place to incentivize our citizens to be able to make that investment, which is sometimes, most times, the most critical investment that you can make in your lifetime. So, as it relates to my responsibility, I see the improvement and increasing of access has been very critical. And I must say that I'm very pleased so far with the work of the housing agency. This is my second in just a few days of being in the job, that I've had the opportunity to share with our chairman, a hardworking and clearly very successful chairman, in a project. The first one was in St. James, the Grangeprint Brownfield project, and then today we start by the commencement of this joint venture. And I look forward to the success and to the provision of these quality houses for our people. That is our goal. And we are going to do everything we can to ensure that we serve the people of Jamaica with excellence. Thank you to all the process. Thank you to the Prime Minister for leading the charge. Thank you to the chairman and the members of the housing agency, as well as our partners at Henan Fifth, for all the good work that you have started and all the good work that we anticipate will be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. And we're going to make a small adjustment to our program and ask Minister Bartlett, Minister of Tourism and Member of Parliament for the constituency in which this project falls, to grace us with his presence and say a few words. Minister Bartlett.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jones. Our most honorable Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, and Honorable Senator, Honorable Pernell Charles Jr., Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, our Permanent Secretary Sewell, and Mr. Brown, and Mr. Raylin Jai, our Chairman, he's the General Manager for the Overseas Branch, and other representatives of the Rhyne 5th Construction Company, who I have been meeting and talking with for a little while. Of course, also Mr. Patrick Wong. I can't avoid him. He's like the good penny. He's always popping up anywhere there's good development. And so it's good that he is helping to lead the wings of this development. Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister, this is one of the very few moments of pride that I have in terms of infrastructure development for the great constituency of East Central St. James. I didn't have the good fortunes of having your presence at the Grange Pen Community Development Infrastructure Program, but I have your presence now, and I should use it to tell you that when you begin to get something that is good, you want more. And because my business in tourism is to do more, I always want more for East Central. So we're going to ask you to come again, because we have Grange Pen proper to do. Yes? And we have estuary number 2 to do. So we're going to ask him to come again and again and again. But for today, I'd like to extend on behalf of East Central St. James, the constituency of choice for all Jamaicans, to welcome the Rhyne 5th group to our area and to advise that East Central is a very warm and friendly community, and that you will find working with us quite a pleasure. As we know, we will find getting good results from you a delight. The development that you are working with HAJ in enabling for us is one that is really anticipated. Not only because it is bringing 750 units into our space that is so badly needed, but because of the hope for a price point that is truly affordable. And one of the worries that we had before when we were seeking partners for developing that very area was the price points that would likely come out. But we believe that we have found the right formula, and that we are anticipating that the workers of the tourism industry in particular, who are going to be the main beneficiaries of this development, will find the prices affordable. And with the new arrangements that the Prime Minister has so skillfully brought with regards to the NHT, we expect that the take-up will be very strong, and that the workers of the industry in particular will be among the first to benefit from this. I want to congratulate HAJ for concluding yet another very important arrangement that brings the private and public sector together, but most importantly, to contribute greatly to the alleviation of what is a chronic housing issue in Jamaica, but more importantly, to create a price point arrangement that is really affordable. Congratulations, thank you. We'll work very closely with you, and we expect that we will get through the project on time and within budget, and everybody will be happy. Welcome to East Central St. James.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bartlett. who always delivers in his own style. And we thank him for that. We're now going to ask our Chinese friend, none other than Mr. Jai, to come to the podium and to address us on behalf of the Henan Construction Group. Mr. Jai, put your hands together. Mr. Ji.
尊敬的安德鲁总理阁下，尊敬的旅游部长，尊敬的住房部长，尊敬的罗尔曼先生，女士们、先生们，大家下午好。
Most Honorable Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Honorable Colonel Charles Jr., Minister, Honorable Minister Ed Bartlett, and Chairman Norman Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
在这春意盎然、万象更新的时刻，在4月11日，中国和牙买加共建“一带一路”备忘录的大好形势下，我们来到美丽的牙买加，签署莱恩公园这个签约仪式。
Now it is a very beautiful spring season, and on April 11th, China and Jamaica has signed an MOU on jointly developed One Belt, One Road initiative. So under this background, we are so pleased to be here to witness the signing ceremony of Rhyne Park housing project.
首先，请允许我代表河南五建集团向各位的光临表示衷心的感谢。
Firstly, please allow me to express our heartfelt gratitude to every one of you for your coming.
也向各位在百忙之中抽出时间光临签约仪式表示热烈的欢迎。
I know you are always very busy, so I thank you very much for coming here and welcome.
我们坚信，今天的签约仪式将是一项伟大的事业的开始。
We firmly believe that the signing ceremony today will be a beginning of a very great course.
这也将是两个伟大的国家牙买加和中国友谊更加加强的开始。
And it also indicates the further deepening of the friendship between China and Jamaica.
河南五建建设集团是中国一家优秀的施工建筑企业之一。
Henan Fifth Construction Group is one of the most successful and well-known construction enterprise in China.
它成立于1953年，至今已经有70多年的光荣历史。
It was founded in 1953, and it has a history of nearly 70 years.
公司承建的工程在中国各地以及许多国家都有许多优质的工程。
The projects and houses and buildings built by our company can be seen in many parts of China and many parts of the world.
公司的建筑质量和品质一直也是广大购房者和他们的合作伙伴值得信赖和好评的。
And the quality of our construction has always been highly praised by all the customers and purchasers and all our business partners.
今天我们来到美丽的牙买加举行莱恩公园签署仪式。
Today, we are very honored to come to beautiful Jamaica to hold such a signing ceremony for Rhyne Park project.
这个项目是位于圣詹姆斯教区康沃尔地块上，要建造754套经济实用住房以及它的基础设施。
And the project will consist of 754 affordable housing units, and it is in Rhyne Park, Cornwall Estate in such an area.
我们相信，在不久的将来，在座的各位将会亲眼目睹我们河南五建打造的，为牙买加人民打造的优质、舒适的房屋。
And we also believe that in the very near future, all of you here will see more and more comfortable and beautiful houses built by Henan 5th Construction Group.
河南五建一直以来以生命、以质量和品质作为企业的生命。
Henan 5th Construction Group has always regarded quality as our life.
让客户满意也是我们追求的最高目标。
And customers' satisfaction has always been our highest pursuit.
在公司建设的所有项目中，我们都会用最好的材料、最先进的技术、最严格的管理团队，为每一位购房者打造最好的房屋。
Among all the projects we have built, we always use the most professional team, the quality material, and the strictest management. We will try our best to build a high-quality housing project for customers.
牙买加是一个美丽的国家。
Jamaica is a very beautiful country.
牙买加人民智慧善良，勤劳勇敢。
Jamaican people are kind and warm-hearted and also very hard-working.
虽然我们来到牙买加时间不长，但是牙买加灿烂的文化和它美丽的环境已经深深吸引了我们。
Although we haven't been here very long, but we have been deeply attracted by Jamaicans' beautiful culture, magnificent environment, and friendly people.
我们非常希望在牙买加长期工作下去。
We really hope that we can work here very long.
为牙买加人民建造更多、更好、更漂亮的美丽家园。
And we will try our best to build a lot of beautiful houses and apartments for Jamaican people.
最后，祝我们的签约圆满成功。
And finally, I wish all the best and great success of this signing ceremony.
再次感谢各位的光临。
And thank you again for your coming. Thank you so much.
也希望以后各界朋友对我们的工作给予大力的支持和帮助。
And we also hope that in our future work we can get your support and help.
祝朋友们身体健康，生活愉快，心情快乐。谢谢大家。
We wish you good health and all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that very inspiring and beautiful speech, General Manager. It really painted a picture of Jamaica that is, I didn't know it was that good. So I was very pleased to hear General Manager in his speech and the way he put forward to us what is expected of Henan 5th Group was very good to hear. So give him another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We look forward to a long and fruitful partnership with our Chinese friends. So, of course, at this point, we're going to now call on Most Honorable Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who will give his remarks. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. Just let me acknowledge the members of the Cabinet who are here, permanent secretaries, the chairman of the board of HAJ, and other directors of the board who are here, and a special acknowledgement and welcome to the general manager of Henan 5th Construction Company, Mr. Let me brush up on my Chinese. Mr. Rhyne Jan. So, to give some context to this ceremony, the property was acquired somewhere in around 2009. I believe it was the TEF that acquired it. At that time, the Minister of Tourism is Minister Ed Bartlett, the current Minister of Tourism. So he had some plans for the property from then. Obviously, it was the strategic plan to provide housing for the workers in the tourism industry. It didn't get off the ground because when it was first advertised and expressions of interest were asked for, the local contracting community, after looking at the land and analyzing the soil type and other issues, came to the conclusion that they would not be able to construct houses on the land for a price point that would be below $20 million. Now, those would be some very expensive houses. So the project was not feasible. So from then to now, enter Rhyne and Fifth construction that provided the government with an unsolicited proposal, solution to how we can utilize this land that we have purchased, tied up government resources in, that has been there for many years unutilized. And why I'm so excited about this is that the price points that are enshrined in the joint venture agreement are quite affordable, well within the price range that government policy is trying to target. Granted, I would still love them to be lower, but that we have managed to get a one-bedroom apartment for $7.9 million. Now consider that the NHD single benefit is, we just recently increased that to $6.5 million. So you would only need to find $900,000, $1 million down payment. Put on top of that would be the reduction in the other transaction taxes around the sale and purchase of a house. And we're going to be doing 100 one-bedroom apartment units. We're going to be doing 60 two-bedroom apartments, and those will go for $12.3 million. Bear in mind that if you co-make, that is, you join with someone else to utilize the NHD benefit, you could get $13 million. So you could very well purchase such a unit, utilizing the NHD benefit fully. And bear in mind that if you earn less than $15,000 per week, you're going to be paying 0% on that loan. There will be 426 two-bedroom, one-bathroom, single-family homes, and those will go for $12.4 million. There will be 122 two-bedrooms, one-and-a-half bathroom townhouses, and those will go for $14.5 million. And then there will be 46 three-bedrooms, two-and-a-half bathroom townhomes, and those will go for $18.5 million. And doing these kinds of developments. I just today did a groundbreaking ceremony for another project in St. Catherine under the NHD guaranteed purchase program, where private sector developers will construct 1,200 solutions, which the NHD will purchase, thereby eliminating the market risk. And I encourage other developers, including developers who are here, to seek to participate in that program. It is a very creative program that can increase the number of housing units coming to market. Now, the total number of units in this project will be 754 units. We don't have a current estimated demand for housing solutions, but we estimate that there is a gap of about 10,000 housing solutions each year. At the rate at which we're going, the NHD will do just over 22,000 housing solutions by 2021. The private market is doing very well, and they will probably match the NHD. And the HAJ is coming into its own, and they have a list of projects that they need to complete, and I'm very happy to see that this project is now at a point where it can be brought to fruition. I know that you still have the project at Dunbeholden to do, and I'm anxiously awaiting the HAJ to tell me when that project, we can announce the start of that project. There are some issues, obviously, which we have to pay attention to. Governance. Governance is a major part of the success of agencies like the HAJ. The truth is the HAJ, and that we should close the agency and merge the institution into the Ministry of Housing and execute the function of the HAJ through the ministry, which is a social housing development function. Because the agency was making significant losses. In fact, I toured one project where the price at which the units ended up being sold for was a fraction of the cost of constructing them. And so the government absorbed significant losses. So I have no particular sympathy or affection for any public agency. The only way I love a public agency is when they follow the rules and operate efficiently. Outside of that, they should not operate if they are not being operated efficiently, because what that does is place a cost on the taxpayers. So the HAJ got the message, the chairman got the message clearly, and they have turned around the organization. I think by now you would have cleared off most of your debts, that you are now operating with a profit, a marginal profit. Yes, and you are now bringing projects to fruition which will make a reasonable profit, but still meet the mandate of providing affordable housing. So you are now not a call on the taxpayers of Jamaica. With good governance, you are now going to be paying dividends to the people of Jamaica by virtue of bringing housing solutions to the market that they can afford. So I want to emphasize that to the public of Jamaica, that yes, there are public agencies that are at this point not functioning optimally. Those public agencies, we have engaged in a process of re-engineering their operations and trying to bring them to profitability. Others we have looked at to determine whether or not they have reached their sunset, whether or not they're still relevant. And once we have concluded on that process, we have started a process of closing them down, integrating them, merging them, so that they remain relevant to the mandate of good fiscal management of the country's affairs. And that is ongoing. Agencies who want to continue can only continue if they are going to be operating optimally within the governance framework and efficiently in meeting the mandates set by the government. And I think the HAJ is an example of a public agency that has turned its operations around. Having said that, of course, we look at the overall picture. What does it take to get government more efficient to deliver more housing units? So there is still a bigger plan that looks at the NHT, the Housing Agency of Jamaica, the Jamaica Mortgage Bank, the housing section of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and we're seeing how we can put all of those assets together to ensure that they are working efficiently and seamlessly. The direction in which we're going is that we are going to be seeking greater partnerships with the private sector. And I can't stress this enough. We're going to be seeking greater partnership with the private sector. I am encouraging our local private sector to be more creative, to be more innovative, and to be more enterprising and entrepreneurial. Because it's a big world with many opportunities. And ultimately, we want our Jamaican people to be able to have affordable homes. We also want to have our Jamaican private sector, our Jamaican developers, our Jamaican contractors participating in this. But it can't be at the expense of inefficient operations. So there needs to be a conversation with our local contractors as to how we can support them, how we can put a structure in place where they can partner with international contractors who, by virtue of scale and scope, are able to deliver solutions far more effectively and efficiently than they can. So within this period of partnership with the private sector, we have to acknowledge that our own private sector, our own contractors, our own developers may be at a disadvantage by virtue of size and experience. But that will not be the case forever if they take a proactive approach, if they take an approach to say, let us learn, let us build partnerships and strengthen ourselves. And the government, of course, maintains a posture of support for our local contractors. From this experience, where the first offer for the development came in at a price that was not feasible, to now where we have an offer that makes it feasible. Clearly, we have to analyze what technology, what different analysis, what different building strategies are going to be used that makes the project now sustainable, and how we can transpose that through a learning experience to our local contractors. And I believe that this is a lesson for how we can make projects that previously seemed to be uneconomical, how they can become economical. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited about Rhyne Park. It is about the second project now for the HAJ, an agency that has turned itself around and is now delivering. I'm still now holding them to the done beholden project. That project, which you know has been so long in coming, another legacy project that has taken so long. That's what I find myself doing, Mr. Chairman, pulling the legacy projects out of the pipeline, because somehow they got stuck in here. This one is another project coming from 2009. So we're pulling all the projects, getting them done. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us thank the Prime Minister for his really inspiring speech, the one that touched on a number of critical areas for us, the turnaround, the public-private partnership, and other critical issues. Give him another round of applause, please. Left us at HAJ feeling very encouraged. Am I right? Excellent. Now we are at that point where we do the actual signing, and we're going to ask those persons who know themselves, who will be signatories and witnesses, to please come forward. Mr. Leo, for Henna. The witness would come. Yes.
Ready, cameras? Okay, please go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we go through these pleasantries, it only is left to me to thank you all for coming. Thank you for your wonderful speeches today, the persons who spoke. They were really very inspiring.